Hey everybody, Massachusetts Prepper here. Well, today I'm kind of taking up a challenge from Prepper Potpourri. She has recently done a video starting a fire with what she's dubbed as fairy dust. Now this fairy dust is none other than some birch bark that has been ground up really fine in a grinder. Okay, I used my household blender on grind, and it grounded up quite well. We got some nice little pieces in there, and this should work quite well to start a fire. Now in her video she asked if anyone that had taken the Maia dust challenge would do the fairy dust challenge, and she named it fairy dust because she felt that it needed a magical name, because it lights magically just like Maia dust, and Maia dust has that nice little mythical name to it, so she thought it would be nice to call the ground up birch bark fairy dust. Now I'm going to take this a little bit further, and instead of just lighting this and telling you what I think about it, lighting and everything, I'm going to also light some Maia dust. Whoa, and that was just a sneak peek of one of my kits, guys. Y'all know that I just recently got one of those clear topped containers from Armed Rogue, and I put together a little kit. So I'm not going to show you that because I am going to be doing a little video on that as well. So what I'm going to do is do a comparison on what I think lights best, the fairy dust or the Maia dust. And what I'm going to be using to light this is my Mora Light My Fire, and I've been using this quite a bit, and sometimes I get some flack. People say, oh, your knives don't look like they've been used. So I haven't been cleaning this one. Normally I keep my blades really clean. I really try to take care of them, but I've been kind of like just abusing this one, not cleaning it, so it can be dirty. So when I do the review, no one's going to say, oh gee, it don't even look like you used that knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this fairy dust in here. A nice little pile of it. I don't want a whole lot. I do want some of the finer stuff though in here. I want to give it every possible chance to light really good. Now hopefully you can see that in there. Pile's right there. So what I'm going to do is use my Mora Light My Fire, and I'm going to go ahead and try to one strike this, but we'll keep going until it lights, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on which one I think works best. One strike, it almost went. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, well, as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble lighting this. There we go. So it does light. I don't think it lights as well as the Maia dust myself, but with that being said, you do get a flame with it. It does light, it does burn. It took me quite a few tries to get this fairy dust going. Now it could be, in all fairness, it could be that I don't have it in a fine enough powder. I feel that it was, but you know, I will give it the benefit of the doubt that it may have not been fine enough. It may have needed to be a little bit finer. But it does burn, and I feel that I could get a fire going with this. If I had some more small sticks to build up a nice fire, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is getting the fairy dust lit. As you can see, it's got a good burn time. Burns quite well. We do have a little bit of a breeze. That could have been a factor in this, you know, not starting up right away. But if you did not have access to fat wood or Maia dust, this is an awesome alternative, because it does burns nice and long, as you can see. Good flame with it. And I have no doubt that I could get a nice fire going with this if this was all that I had. So I'm just going to kind of move this over, let it finish burning out. And I'm going to get some Maia dust in here. Now I'm going to put down a small amount of Maia dust. And we're going to go through the same thing. So I'm going to get this Maia dust lit. Now I'm going to try to do a one strike on it, just like I did with the fairy dust, and see how it comes out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th try we have flame. And as you can see, once it takes hold pretty quick. Burns a little bit hotter than the fairy dust, I believe, because of all the resins and everything in the fat wood that you make the Maia dust from. And as you can see, we have a good flame with this as well. So my impressions, and this is just my impressions, which one lights easier? In this demonstration, I would say the Maia dust lit a little bit easier. Could the fairy dust have lit just as easy if it would have been ground a little bit finer? I believe so. So my overall assessment of this would be, if you have access to fat wood and you don't mind processing some Maia dust, this is an excellent fire starter. If you don't have access to the Maia dust, but you do have access to birch bark, then the fairy dust is an excellent alternative to the Maia dust. So what I would say is, you really couldn't go wrong if you carried both of these items in your kit. If you had a little bit of fairy dust and a little bit of Maia dust. I would think that the same amount of Maia dust would burn just as long as the same amount of fairy dust. They both had good burn times. I see no reason why you would not be able to get a good fire going with either one of these 2 items. So I'm going to give a slight edge to the Maia dust just because of the resins are higher concentrated, I believe, in the Maia dust. And again, this is just my opinion, guys. There's no science behind this. This is just what I did and what I think. Someone else may think that the Maia dust starts a lot easier and burns longer and burns hotter. I say you can't go wrong with either one. So if you have access to either one of these items in your local area, I would say make up some fairy dust, make up some Maia dust, and do the experiment yourself and see what kind of results you have. Like I said, I had a little bit of breeze here today, so on a nice calm day I may have had a better strike rate on lighting the fairy dust and the Maia dust. I know on real calm days I've lit the Maia dust with 1 strike. This is the first time I've tried it with the fairy dust, so I really don't know. But there you go. That's my take on fairy dust versus Maia dust. If anyone else out there would like to take and put this to the test, I'll kind of leave the challenge open that Prepper Potpourri has initiated. And if you would like to try it, let us see your results. That would be great. So will you survive whatever comes your way? I sure hope so. This is the Massachusetts Prepper saying, take care all. She had this giveaway, and in the giveaway she had some flashlights that she was giving away, and she never did an actual video of the drawing. I just got an email one day and it said, you are one of the winners of my contest. And I'm like, holy cow, how did I miss this? And she says,